One thing that you do not want to wear when you're shooting camera is white. If you're being videotaped in any way, white is just really not a good color. You can see how bright it looks here. It looked kind of a little iffy even when I was inside the classroom, but you just don't want to wear white. This is bad headroom. It cuts off the top of my forehead. Not good. A lot of people make this mistake. This is way too much headroom. This is the appropriate headroom. It's about 2 inches above my head. Yeah, about 2 inches above my head. Good. When setting up a camera shot, there's a lot of things you should consider as far as where you should set the camera up. Where I am is just a terrible spot. This is not where I would set up an interview because there's just too much going on. You see chairs over here, you got this table over there. This is just all bad for all of those reasons. What you want to do is you want to create depth. So you do want stuff to be behind me, but it needs to be organized. And you also, if all else fails, if you're in a place where it's just not very interesting, you can just set it up in a corner. You can find a nice corner, but you need to create depth. So you can add a couple of plants, you can add some books, you can add a lamp, whatever, something that kind of gives you an actual background with a little bit of depth. You don't want to be just up against the wall. Where I'm sitting is a lot better than just being up against the wall because there's depth. You can see there's things going on behind me. But if I were going to set up a camera in this space, it wouldn't be right here. It probably would be right over there by the corner, and I would angle it. Like I would probably angle the camera this way, and I would have the interviewer sitting kind of where this is where their back is, and maybe I would take a plant and put it like right there. So the interviewee would be sitting here, here, and then I would maybe put a plant right here. Like there's these plants here that like are kind of cool, but they're gonna be sitting down. So this would be a little bit challenging because most of the plants that are in here are kind of hanging, and I would probably just mostly pick up the greenery that's on the wall to kind of pick something up, but I would try to make it visually appealing. You don't just stick somebody somewhere. You have to actually think about strategically what's the best way to make this look like it has depth and there's a background and there's something going on that's cohesive and not just everything all over the place. It needs to look like one solid shot. Lighting is always an issue. As you can see, I have like these light spots on my face, and part of it is because of the ceiling above me, the way that it's made. It has different sun rays coming in different ways, and there's not light in front or behind me. There's 2 walls blocking the sun. If I was kind of sitting in the middle of the quad, then it probably wouldn't be so noticeable that I have all these little shiny spots all over my face. I mean, part of this can be helped with just a little bit of makeup, but I don't wear makeup much, so I don't have any powder on. So that's part of the issue, but the main issue is actually the lighting. If you're inside of a room, you're gonna have shadows. If you're outside, you're also gonna have shadows. Regardless, you're gonna have shadows. So the best way to fix this problem is 3-point lighting. So the final thing that I want to talk to you about is eye contact. You don't want the interviewee looking directly into the camera like I am right now. They need to be looking off to the side, but it needs to be appropriate. So let me see. It's kind of hard to do this with me being both the interviewer and the interviewee, but I think about right there is, no, that's too far off. Probably right here is probably good. I'm talking and I'm saying yes, yada yada yada. This is probably good, and this is the perspective that I want the audience to see me at.